Sounds
I
about right.
like them.
Strangely enough, this sounds legitimate. I mean,
Okay, gotta shuffle some cameras around. Give me a second here.
Lee, I really like your makeup.
Thank you.
I gotta fix your camera, Ellie. All you can see is like the bottom half of your face right now, so you look like Mr. Wilson.
Like a reverse Mr. Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, you knew what I meant. Same brain cell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, no. Lee and Kyle are both in the right spot too. That worked out.
Yay.
That worked out real good.
Sorcery.
There we go. And then we can lock those. That was a lot less work than I thought it was going to be. Welcome everybody to the first session of Sea of
Very good.
Stars, The Prince. I have been so excited to get this started. It is still going to be a little bit rough. I don't have everything prepared, but I've got enough prepared for at least the opening session. So, I need to do one last thing here, and that is save the character. Oh,
the good news is that in space there are no rails.
In space there are no rails?
That is correct.
That's not comforting. Am I still getting bad drops? Uh-oh. Hold on, I gotta do a speed test. Might just mean it'll happen.
Oh, did Oxio do you dirty?
I don't think it just means that Oxio didn't, like, changing to Oxio didn't fix it, and it is like a congestion issue, which oh well. I'm still paying. No, it's not. This time it is fully on. Hold on one second here.
Is it me? It's my fault.
It's not your fault. It's gotta be. In this instance, it is OBS's fault because I'm getting 26 upload right now, so there's no fucking way. Give me a second here. I didn't switch over to the thing for Twitch anyway. So, normally at the start of game, we do bookkeeping. I'm just waiting for this to stop. The Prince. We don't have a name for episode 1. We'll call it My Time at Squangy's.
How do you like your space crew? Like unshaken, not stirred.
Okay. Let's stop recording. Wait, no, I guess I don't have to stop recording. If it kept recording, that's perfect. File. It might keep... I just want to check the settings real quick before I start it again. And if it just decides to be shitty, then it just decides to be shitty and we just keep going. Because I'm not going to wrestle with this all night. There's actually, like, no good reason why it should be dropping frames at all right now.
One is moving except me, and I'm very confused. Oh, now we're all moving again. We're good. Maybe. Every single person stopped except me, and I was like, what is happening here?
Okay. The recording's still going. I'm gonna start the stream. If it gets all frame droppy, it's gonna do what it do, and I'm not gonna worry about it because I'm worried about you guys right now. This is the first session of hopefully many. And at the start of every session, we always do our bookkeeping first. So I'm going to give everybody showed up on time. We're going to go with 20 points on your points cards today. We're going to give you a big old
Oh,
chunk
damn.
of change. So if you look on your character sheet in your inventory, you'll see your points card. In the spot where you would put your quantity, that's the easiest place to keep track of your points. So you can just switch that from 5 to 25. Everybody already has inspiration, and I did give everybody a little extra money to play with that you'll be able to do some spending today. I realized, and I did mention it earlier, but Lee, that now that you're here as well, I do have several house rules. You do have access in the journal tab to be able to see those house rules. Most of them don't really apply, especially given the characters and like classes you've chosen. But the ones that are important are drinking a potion is a bonus action instead of a standard action. Standing from prone takes 10 feet instead of half of your movement. For like a nat 20 or a nat 1, it's not an automatic success or failure on skill checks. A nat 20 gives a +5 to your roll, and a nat 1 gives -5 to your roll. So it adds like the nat 20 and nat 1 will add extra weight in whatever direction to your rolls, but won't just completely screw you if you get a fail, but still like get like +10 on the roll and would succeed, that kind of thing. If your comrade fails a roll and you have an inspiration to spare, you can give it to your companion to give them the reroll. Inspiration, of course, being you'll see on your character sheet right beside your little picture, there's going to be like a little glowing die. Right now, that just indicates that you have an inspiration. You can use that to re-roll any roll. If you fail like a ability check, saving throw, attack, you can use that to re-roll and take the better option. And yeah. So those points that I just gave you, you have the opportunity to spend them on small charms or mutations today, or you can bank them for a grand charm. Grand charms cost 100, small ones cost 5. I'll start with you, Squelch. Would you like to buy any charms today?
I'll get one. Sure.
All right. Oh my God, where did Sherman go? You beefy fuck. I don't want to delete Sherman. There we go. We're gonna roll you one here. Squelch. You get a
Like the
charm
sound of that.
of translocation. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, that's neat.
Johnathan, would you like to roll any charms today?
You know what? It's the first session. Let's go for it.
All right,
Why not?
For 5 points, you get the Swiss Charmy knife.
Yeah, I like that one. I had that one in the other game too. I like that one.
Sherman.
Yeah. I will. I'll roll for a 5.
You're gonna roll for what?
I'll roll for 1.
Roll for 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Charm of Immolation. Reginald.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolling? How many are you rolling for?
I'll just take one today.
1 today. You get the Charm of the Eagle.
Cool.
And Aelita.
Well, I have to now. Everyone else is.
Yeah, you don't want to be left
Peer
out.
pressure.
That's peer pressure. Yeah.
Aelita, you get the fish charm. So what you can do is you can open up your character sheet, and in your inventory you can drag it from the chat onto your inventory, and it will add it to your character sheet.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. What's the fish charm to? I don't even know. Activate this charm as an action. You gain the following effects for 1 hour. You gain a swim speed equal to your walk speed. You can breathe underwater, and you can speak with water-breathing beasts. That's fun.
I just realized with my current charm layout, I can become an A10.
With what?
I said with my charm loadout the way it is right now, I can become an A10.
Missile charm, charm of the eagle, dragon charm. Oh, that's mean.
Should we have 3 charms?
What? If you bought one, you should have 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
everybody got
Total.
2 of them free.
Gotcha.
There is one more thing I have to do before we start. Because Ray is a bastard man. Give me a quick second here. You fuck. Our dear Ray, our player from our Wednesday game, Sea of Stars, the Moldy Crow, was nice enough to get me a bean to eat.
Oh, lovely.
So, I got this handy dandy little creepy little fuck here. We're gonna open this up and we're gonna grab a bean. None of these look good. These have been sitting here for a bit. I don't know if Bean Boozlers expire. I'm just not gonna look. I'm just gonna grab one at random from the bottom of the pile. Oh god. Oh, it's Juicy Pear or Booger.
I don't even
Oh,
want to. I don't even
lovely.
want to listen to this. Those are gross.
It was Juicy Pear. This is gonna be a good session.
Oh, good.
I don't even like
Excellent.
pears.
I like pears better than boogers.
Yeah.
True, true.
Yeah.
I actually love pears, quite frankly.
So we find ourselves on a strange little corner of the galaxy called the Atreus system, where a very ragtag group of adventurers find themselves docking into the station side Squengies. We're gonna kind of like go through, and I'm gonna ask everybody similar questions, probably the same question for the most part, before we put ourselves at the Squengies dining table. Reginald,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about your character, where he came from, and how he ended up aboard the Prince.
Well, you see, I have always been a bit of a spacefarer. I will not lie. I am from a part of space that no one appears to have heard of, except for me, which is a bit odd. And I have been in this sector, I guess you could say sector, for the last, I'd say probably 15 years. Before that, I was a pilot in Her Imperial Majesty's Navy. Bit of a this and a that. And one day I woke up and I looked up at the stars and I went, these aren't my stars. And ever since then, I've been trying to find my way back. But the problem is, no one appears to have ever heard of Her Imperial Majesty or Her Imperial Majesty's Empire, which is a bit weird because she controls a good chunk of the universe. And the fact that I am an oddity in this area of space is a bit weird because I'm used to being of the predominant species. Instead, I am in a sector where there's all these other species that are a lot more prominent. All I do remember before waking up here was that there was a flying grey toad. I do remember that. I know that I'm obviously still in the same plane of existence because my Eros ring is still glowing. And that lets me know that, well, wherever I am, I'm still on the same plane. Her Majesty obviously doesn't have need of me. And should I really run into a problem of some kind, they'll probably home in on my ring. And, well, we'll see if they arrive in time. Who knows? Weirder things have happened in space. But as it happens to happen, the Prince only has one pilot seat, and not many people are used to flying solo. They're used to having a co-pilot. I, however, am used to flying solo, so I volunteered, and I get paid, and I get to look for, maybe stars I recognize. Although I keep trying to convince everybody to let me get a better chair, because I'm not going to lie, the pilot seat is a bit tight at times. Thankfully, our Cookie isn't the only one who seems to be able to, occasionally fold himself into things.
You would have been. Every ship needs a good pilot, and piloting skills are rare. I'm gonna say when all of you were probably gathered onto the Prince, there was a different captain named Captain Hooper. By the time our story reaches its beginning, Captain Hooper would have died during one of your missions, being sucked into one of the the engines for a ship. As he was you had just completed your mission, everything was going great. To celebrate, he jumped and got sucked into the engine. And you found yourselves without a captain for that reason.
It just so happened that Cookie decided that night to serve spaghetti.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's not good.
He thought it was a good way to remember the captain, and my appetite was fine. I've seen worse.
Jesus. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
It's very similar consistency and appearance.
I guess that brings us to you, Squelch. Tell us a little bit about your character. Where are you from? And where did Captain Hooper find you when recruiting beings for the Prince?
Well, I was looking for work after doing a bit of a stint in prison. You see, growing up, I always had a fondness for brewing strange concoctions and, exploring anatomies. So I enrolled in the local systems branch of the Witherbloom College to further my life sciences studies. Unfortunately, one of my competitions in the class ratted me out for performing medicine without a license. And unfortunately, the trial did not go my way. After a year of serving my time, looking for some work, the captain, took a kindness on me and offered me a job where I can, explore my interests and flex my muscles, as it were.
Yeah. That's that. I mean, that is. So you were. Yeah.
Basically, I was I was a student near the top of my class. One of my competition kind of ratted me out for, you know, some
what kind of
non-sanctioned necessarily experimentation.
what kind of back alley experiments was Squelch doing? Like, what was the severity of this?
I haven't 100% settled on that yet. Depends on how how far I want to go. I think that we might find that out as we go along
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay.
But
a little secret to keep. Okay. And so, like,
Yeah.
you're the alchemist, and you're the chef as well.
yeah, I mean, cooking's kind of like alchemy, right?
Yeah. Does Squelch know computers at all?
I mean, maybe a little bit.
I feel like Squelch
I'm
might
sure,
have the highest intelligence.
probably, yeah. I'm sitting at a 16 for my intelligence. I'm sure there is a computers general elective at the college.
I'd say, mayhap you probably also be the ship's hacker. Or, like, computer expert, being, like, the closest and familiar with those kind of things, especially going to like, attending a special college.
Squelch wears many hats.
Honestly, he doesn't wear even half of them. He just keeps them inside. And then he just pushes them back out when he wants to wear them.
Sometimes they just kind of sink in a little bit. They're a bitch to clean afterwards.
Johnathan,
Yes?
why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, there's not really much special about me. I'm just a regular human guy. Honestly, up until about 2 years ago, I had never even dreamed of space or even looked up at the stars really or really thought about life much outside of my job at Pets R Us. Uh, but then about 2 years ago, while working the late night closing shift at Pets R Us, uh, I was closing up all by myself when I got abducted by what I can only describe as the most loving and gentle UFO I've ever met. Um, I had never really been that close to anyone before. I'd never had many friends or a girlfriend or I've never been probed like that before or even touched like that before. And I just knew that this very pretty alien was the one for me, you know? And so ever since then I've they dropped me back off in the Pets R Us parking lot right in time for my opening shift the next morning. And I've just never been able to get them out of my head ever since then. I even joined a UFO cult to see if they knew anything else about these kind-hearted and gentle aliens. Um, but they didn't really take it seriously enough. I don't think they believed my experiences when I shared it with them. So I left the cult. I did make a friend there though, Felix, and he believed me and he took things more seriously. So I I with the help of Felix, I got to space. And well, I've only been here for about 6 months trying to find the love of my life, but it's a weird place up here, but I'm starting to learn to not be surprised by anything anymore, you know?
What did the alien look like that probed you?
Oh, just, your standard alien. Long, slender fingers, big, shiny black eyes, smooth green skin. Classic alien stuff, you know?
Cool.
At least classic from what I've seen on like the X-Files and stuff.
I'm just curious if they had warm hands. I mean, that would be. I mean, that would be
The
the real
warmest
question.
hands I'd ever been touched by.
Oh my
Well,
god.
there
I
you
know
go.
it's a short list, but still, the warmest hands I'd ever been touched by.
Kyle, I need you to add 5 points to your points cards.
Oh, all right.
Not cards, card. Because as she's describing, all I can see is Kyle doing this. Okay. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. And so, how did you end up on the Prince?
Honestly, the prince kind of picked me up. I don't know how Felix knew where the aliens would be or how to write in alienese, I guess. I don't know. Um, but he found a cornfield and he made some circles in it, I guess, and then held up a sign saying, "Pick me up." Like basically like a hitchhiker sign, but I don't know, it had the name of some galaxy on it. And then the prince just came down and scooped me up, and I was like, finally, my love for me. And then I realized none of you are my love, but that's okay. I'm still looking, and I have hope that they're out there.
I blame it on Gretchen. She's got a real love for corn.
Oh yeah,
Gretchen,
don't we all?
the butt stallion.
Yeah.
A horse-sized bird that is like far too large for your ship, but like manages.
Very majestic.
Aelita.
Hi there.
Hi there. Tell us a little bit about Aelita. Who are you? Where do you come from? What do you do?
Well, I've always kind of drifted from place to place. I just love exploring space. It's the best place. I never really expected that I would kind of settle down and stick to one ship for very long, but I had met someone, and he happened to be an accountant on the ship. So I decided maybe it's time for me to kind of just settle down for a bit and adventure with some new people.
Yeah. So your husband's name is Neldor.
Yes.
And how did Aelita and Neldor meet? Like it was like did you meet on the Prince or did you meet somewhere else?
Oh, I definitely tried to kill him once.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a library. I don't know. He told me to be quiet or something. I was making a scene. I don't really know how it happened. But yeah, he's great. He's probably the only person that would tell me to be quiet that I haven't actually killed.
Interesting.
I have a bit of anger. We're working on it.
And what about Colonel Mustard?
Colonel Mustard is just the sweetest little guy. He is so smart. The one day, this was shortly after I tried to kill Neldor, we went on a date and we had met Colonel Mustard, and he's been with us ever since. He has been just absolutely delightful, the smartest creature you will ever meet. Apparently, he came from Earth, which I don't know a lot about Earth. I know Johnathan has told me a bit about it. Very curious. Uh, that's the one place I don't know a lot about, and it seems very weird to me. He doesn't talk a lot about Earth, though. It's like he just wants to leave that behind him. That's fine. He has a new life with us on the Prince.
And lastly, Sherman. Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Describe yourself.
His name is B33FY 5000 B3. The Sherman it's more like Sherman Manufacturers, like the company he's made by. But he's floated between 4 different ships. Like sometimes actually floated, like he got blown up in the one ship. Like just as like his memory, his head floating around and got picked up, put on like another robot's body. Yeah, he's just like a utility bot. Like he helps fix the ships. He doesn't have to breathe, so he can go out on the ship surface and work in like out in space, and more like a butler type. Over getting blown up the 4 times. He can't remember any of the captains. He remembers one, just the name Del Mondo, and that's it. He's floated around different spaceports looking around, but he's gotten like tougher each time, more beefier. But
Hence the
B
name.
B3 would eventually found his way to the prince. I imagine he's been there for a few months, distraught by Captain Hooper's death.
Yeah.
He remembers Reginald Spaghetti. Yeah.
Yeah. Spaghetti's gonna give you guys flashbacks for a little while.
Just the smell of it in the air.
Oh no.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Sorry. So what is your preferred name? Is it Beef?
Maybe B3, like B3 or beefy. Yeah, B3.
I'm gonna put Beefy.
Any variation.
So yeah, I mean, so this mission, like, it wasn't a couple months ago. This probably happened like a few hours ago. Everything was going great. I'm even going to say on the ship, on the Prince, I'm going to add 10,000 CC. You completed the mission. You turned it in. Everything going fantastic. You're all celebrating. You're throwing around a couple drinks, and Captain Hooper was a human, a little bit older, like scruff beard, but like whether you're not sure if it's dyed or if it was like just naturally still black, but it was like nice black, like, but still with the age, like you can see the age behind the eyes, like wrinkles on the face, that like he's either been through a lot of shit or he was older. He had a mechanical arm, and he had a gun that he would talk to, that he would just call Lucille. Yeah, just like everything is great. He was so happy. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna do so much with these credits. We're gonna use this money, and we're gonna make the ship even better. And I might get a little treat for all of you as well." And then not thinking about the lessened gravity of the planet you were on, he just leapt up like a Mario jump, and like just like so like one of the adjacent ships to yours was just clicking on, and that extra rush just pulled him in, and the last thing you saw was the mechanical arm reaching out and kind of like stop it for a second after it had pulled the rest of him through, before like kind of like pulling in, and the people who ran the ship were very upset because it damaged their engine, but also like your captain just died, so they weren't going to be like, you know, you're going to have to pay for an engine. They just like they flew with what they had and were like, we'll fix it later, giving you condolences, but like getting out of there just as quick. And so you find your...
Yeah, it was really, instead of a hit and run, it was like a hit and churn.
Yeah. Hit and churn is accurate and disgusting. Ugh. And so the crew finds themselves at it. You were on one of the moons in this star system. That's where the mission was. It was Rasanda, the moon like that rotates around the planet Shavas. Here, let me bring you to the star map so you can see what I am talking about. I labeled all of this today. It's a lot. this is your star system. This is the Aelita star system. All these planets rotating around the sun Sylph. You'll have access. You can come to this star map at any time. Everybody has access to like jump between it. And as you see bounties, you'll notice that they go to certain places. There are 3 Squengies in this star system. The one that you are located at is Squengi's Grill Station Side, which is just floating outside of a. It is a station, like a space station on the bottom, and on the top it is a preservation area that maintains all kinds of different rare alien species. Kind of like a giant Jurassic Park, but with aliens. Songo Station is more of like a industrial capitalist side of things. It's where a lot of the CEOs of big companies, including Squengies, resides. And that's where a lot of commerce takes place. Here you are at the Squengies. Now I can bring you over to the map. Where Celebrity Chef Random has just dealt up some special burgers for everyone. They are called Bleeze Burgers. They are a variation on the Barnyard Burger, but include mysterious alien meats. Picture like a Big Mac, but each patty is a different color.
Nice.
Yeah.
Squelch is, paying very extra special attention to any details about the preparation methods that he can witness.
The chef is like, I'm really, really sorry to hear about your captain. That's really rough. The meal's on us. Meal's on Squengies. And I wish the very best for you. There's some good bounties there. You might be able to pick up some extra change. Probably the recommendation I would make, and I guess decide on who your new captain is. But yeah. And he just kind of walks back to the kitchen. And leaves you. It is very busy today at Squengies. The tables are there are several tables full of different ship crews. A couple racing, you can see there are a couple that are clearly race pilots. This guy here, Shiro, he's wearing a racing jacket, and there's a couple of racers on the other side here. An older crone, an old lady that there was a small child and this interesting looking rat soldier that came in on a ship shaped like a mushroom. And yeah, just a bunch of very interesting characters surround you as you kind of bite into your burgers. You can see the bounty board off at the door, a lit blue. And you can see the vending machines that you can hear little kind of chimes and sounds from and slogans that offer various wares.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys are free to move about, talk amongst yourselves, and I guess decide the first step, of course, being who is the new captain.
That is a very good question.
Well, good news is we're indoors. There shouldn't be any engines in here right now. Are there ceiling fans?
Mm.
There are not ceiling fans. Like there are, but they're not like rotating ones. They're ones that are just like blowing cold air in, like central air.
Okay, because I'm gonna be
Okay.
like careful of any kind of intakes
Spinning
for a
blades.
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the Squengies are like, it's like a classic diner, but like built into a meteor or like an asteroid. Like it's like they turned the asteroid into like a floating ship and then just built a Squengies on top of it. As far as you know, every Squengies you have been to is pretty much the same. They have like not like they'll have their own signature foods because every single Squengies has a celebrity chef from across the galaxy. Um, but otherwise, they're all kind of built the same. They have the same layout. Um, and usually, like the vending machines will have like the same inventory across Squangies. And you'll only probably notice slight differences between star systems.
Mm. You know, this tastes just like a Baconator.
What's that?
So we have a restaurant like this on Earth, but it's called Wendy's instead of Squengies, and they give you a burger that is basically just a pile of meat and sauce, and it tastes just like this.
This is a pile of meat and sauce.
Yeah, but it's different, you know? But like it tastes exactly the same though.
One day I'll go to Earth with you, and you'll take me to one of these Wendy's.
Yeah. Like
Excellent.
they've got
Are
like
the
a girl
Wendy's
with like red pigtails.
are they usually this small?
Baconators?
Yeah.
I
No,
think
they're
they're
usually
big.
like like it's like they have a smaller one. It's called the Son of Baconator. It's like if the Baconator had a
Uh,
little baby. Uh,
wait, they get
but
smaller than
that's for
this?
little babies.
I think it's a matter of
No,
perspective.
Well,
yeah, it's
It's
about the same
it's
size, really.
it's impressive that this Wendy ended up with such a successful business despite her obvious deformities.
Pigtails?
Well, I haven't seen any other humans, but this human has no tails.
Oh, hey,
this is true.
Like it's more of like a hairstyle. It's just two braids, not actual
Oh,
pigtails.
Uh,
that
Although there might be
makes
actual
so much
pigtails in
more
the
sense.
Baconator, honestly, I'm not sure.
Wait, why would you want hair in your burger?
No, it's not in the burger. It's on the logo with the girl.
Oh.
you've
All
really
right.
lost
Yeah.
me.
Hair is an excellent
Yeah.
source of keratin.
Just just know that this burger you're eating right now tastes exactly like a Baconator.
Uh, all right.
That's
Then I guess I don't
that's the
really need to
important
go to
conclusion.
Earth.
Yeah, that's the only experience you really need to have on Earth is eating a Baconator. Everything else is pretty inconsequential after that.
Johnathan, like a you feel like a tingling sensation in your seat. Uh,
Oh.
um, and for a second, you all watch as Johnathan Jimson like kind of like blinks a little bit. You blink away for a second, Johnathan, and you are sitting in front of your apartment building.
What? How did I get back here?
Uh, your landlord comes out of the front door and looks and says, "You're 3 months late on rent. Where you been?"
I've been working overtime, Mrs. Phlebotomy. I'm so sorry. I've just got to go to the bank and I'll get your 3 months rent right away. Just give me a bit. I've been so busy working overtime after overtime. I'm so sorry. Let me just run to the bank really quick and I'll get that for you. And then I take off in the opposite direction of the bank.
You pay rent or I sell your things. I still have puppy.
No, just make sure he's getting out for his walks in the morning and the evening.
As your voice trails off and she's like kind of like mean mugging you, you round a corner and feel that tingle again and find yourself back at the seat in the Squangies.
Was that the
I like
first
look
time
around
you've
to see
seen
if
that
anyone
happen?
noticed.
No, you've seen it happen a couple times
Okay.
where like mid-sentence Johnathan will say something and then just disappear. Usually it sometimes he's gone for like a day, sometimes he's gone for like a couple hours, but like he always comes back. Like always zaps back to like where you left him.
Which honestly, what I know about space is a bit odd. I mean, relativity in time, but yeah, I mean, it's got to be a human thing. They just, you know.
You think this
Yeah,
Captain
I'm
Wendy
just
did
a
this?
regular.
It might be. And Squelcher's just gonna pull like out of like inside of him, like basically what looks like a set of like the doctor's like stethoscope or whatever. Just holds it up to Johnathan, puts the like what would be earbuds into him somewhere.
Just
He doesn't
like,
really have
just
ears.
like sticks it into the
Just
cube
like-
and it just like starts to drift inside.
With just like a little like
Yeah.
suction noise. He's like moving the stethoscope around on Johnathan.
Like parts that it doesn't even make sense to put a stethoscope, like my elbow.
Humans are new to me.
I'm just a regular human guy.
Do other humans do what you did? I mean, I never saw the captain do it. He was a human, wasn't he? I think.
I mean, I didn't make a lot of friends back on Earth. I can't really say.
Was it the arm? Was that what kept the captain from doing the human phase out thing?
It must
It's
have
gotta
been.
be
I
the
don't know.
arm.
I don't
I'm
know.
not a scientist.
This isn't normal human behavior, I think. Have you come across any Raxicoricophalopatorian badgers lately?
I don't know. I'm like slowly just like having an internal panic attack over this much attention being paid to me right now.
I'll check that off the list, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. And then I just like start like eating my burger and like
How
trying to
common are
avoid any
humans
more
out here?
conversation.
What's that?
How common are humans out here?
One so humans aren't confined to like an earthling or like an earth evolution like it did happen in other galaxies. So humans are a lot more common than you'd think they would be, and especially like some like discovered space travel sooner than others. Once space travel became more common, like planets were brought into like coalitions to get them to space. So fairly common. Depending on the system that you are in, really decides what kind of status a human would have amongst the local cultures. So you'll find that in some systems you'll land on a Terran planet and it will still be like, sure, like some of them might have dipped into space travel, but most of them are still in like your like classic high fantasy style setting, whereas some planets you'll find will be more modernized than other, like with more humanoids. You're gonna find a mixed bag depending on where you go.
What about like Earthlings? Would Earthlings be common out here? Like Earth humans?
Earth humans wouldn't be as common.
Okay.
Earth is still on a level where itself is not like it's on our level of space travel right now. Like it's still exploring our system, and even then barely. Abductions are a lot more common from Earth, but half the time nobody really notices. People go missing all the time on Earth.
Right. Don't worry, Jack Johnson. Pets are you. You're all human, so we're going to make sure that you are taken care of.
I appreciate that, you guys. Honestly, the I don't think we need to worry about the phasing thing right now. It's fine.
Right,
It's
because I was just gonna. I mean, if it keeps, I mean, if it becomes problematic, I mean, we could always have Squelch take your arm and get you a new one and see how that works.
I don't know if that would do much because, like, I get the feeling, like I can feel when it's about to happen, and it doesn't feel like it's in my arm. So let's just not worry about it.
Do you want us to remove whatever part it feels like it's in?
No, no,
All right.
no, 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 no.
I thought I'd ask.
No, let's not remove anything from that general vicinity. Um, no. And I go back to like eating my burger and like
Yeah.
just like turning like bright red, like just like blushing so much
Yeah,
and mortified about
definitely-
this conversation.
I definitely need more experience in human anatomy before even trying that. As Squelch just goes to, like, eat his burger, he just kind of, like, oozes over top of it. And then as he pulls away from the counter, it's just kind of not there anymore.
That's terrifying.
I mean, I guess he's, like, partly see-through, so you could kind of see it, like, floating around, like, in him. As it very slowly starts to, like, dissolve and break down.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. It's just weirder the go over the food or the when he makes the little pseudopods that come out and he like their little mouths. I don't know which is weirder.
Jesus.
I think the digestion by osmosis is the strangest thing for me, at least.
I mean, there's plenty of clear beings out there that you can see their internals. I mean, not everybody has, nice thick skin.
Oh yeah, there's definitely other non-food objects that you could see, like, floating around inside Squelch.
One of them is a friendship bracelet I made him. I've made everyone friendship bracelets.
That's amazing.
Yay! When I actually give myself, like, arm-shaped things, then it will be on an arm.
Reginald happily wears his around his pinky.
Yeah, I gotta work on making you a bigger one.
It's all right. I've got thick wrists.
Yeah, so you have this enjoyable meal, albeit with some small strange events that you're starting to get used to.
Yeah.
What was your husband's name again? I can't click over to it right now.
Neldor.
Neldor.
Yes. Yes.
He stayed on the ship, but would have asked you to like get him some like takeout. As he is working on your books now that you have attained a large amount of wealth in that last mission. But Colonel Mustard is with you and is like kind of like pecking at the remains of your burger. You're like the burger as a astral fairy, the burger is the size of you. Or probably like you might be just like a little bit bigger or taller than the burger, but no way you're finishing this thing by yourself. Or I don't know, maybe you are. That's up to you.
Good right now. Colonel Mustard, he has an insatiable appetite, especially for meats and things like that. So he can definitely help me with that. I don't mind.
That's okay. Yeah, yeah. He's just picking and munching away. And it's fairly quiet. Not like there is the kind of like hushed talk amongst tables of people, but otherwise it's relatively quiet. Quieter than it's been for most of you in a little while. Being on the Prince has been an experience, to say the least. As your captain was kind of like he was the regular like seafaring like jolly pirate captain who's just like, let's go on the next adventure, and you haven't really had a chance to stop like this.
So I guess the question is right now is are we going to draw lots for the captaincy, or are we just going to make somebody else the captain? I mean, it's
I
it's
don't
really
want to be a
bad.
captain.
It's really bad.
Pass.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I could do it if you want, but do you remember about 3 weeks ago when I had to, take the wheel for a bit and everyone thought we were gonna die? So, I mean, it's fine if you're okay with living in constant fear. I'll do it.
And you do have some anger issues. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
do.
Not gonna lie.
It's
For
because I'm
such a-
tiny, I have nowhere for it to go.
I was about to say, for such a small package, you're very
Yeah.
explosive. B3, any thoughts?
I was thinking, if nobody wants to do voting, I don't think I could be captain. No way, no. I've been on 4 ships, but never been a captain. I pass as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I worked at Pets R Us for 10 years, and I didn't even want to become an assistant manager, let alone a manager. So
Well, I guess that means it's down to Gretchen and Colonel Mustard. Which one of them is going to be captain?
Colonel Mustard doesn't
Reginald,
have arms.
Oh, right. Neither does Gretchen.
No.
She does have more appendages, though.
Squelch, you don't count though. You can
I'm
have whatever
sorry.
appendages.
Appendages are a requirement.
You already passed.
I know.
Reginald, are you interested in being the captain?
I mean, I technically am the only officer left. I mean,
You're the pilot. You're like halfway there.
I mean, I don't remember things all the best sometimes, but well, I guess that's why you have a crew. I mean, captain's not the navigator.
Yeah, we can help with that part.
All right. Well, I mean, it is bad luck to not have a captain before you leave port. That's just asking for horrible things to happen.
I might still have parts of the captain.
Good word. What do you mean, parts of the captain?
Any bones?
I'd have to check.
Colonel Mustard loves bones.
This was recent. We didn't really have a chance to, like, bury him or anything.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
he was kind of churned and burned.
Where are you
So-
keeping the remains of the captain right now?
I don't know. I haven't looked at our ship layout. I'm sure there's some sort of, like, storage type thing.
They're not floating
a
around
fridge
inside
somewhere.
of you, are they?
You just stuffed him in the fridge. Like, did you put him in a bag at least, or you just like scooped him into yourself and just deposited him into your refrigerator?
I haven't decided yet. What
Oh,
was
I
left
don't-
of the
that-
captain
that
after
is
the engine debacle?
Oh,
Just in a Tupperware
has
container.
has the
Was he
CRISPR
charred?
has the CRISPR drawer suddenly become the morgue?
Ugh.
It's like, was there wet bits? Was he like ash?
Oh yeah, there was burnt bits, there was wet bits, and like a crumpled metal arm.
Well, there's no sense in letting the arm go to waste. That could be melted down into something.
Okay, can I roll investigation to see if he has any of the captain inside of him?
Yeah, roll an investigation.
I go over and look. I like to have a drink and as everyone's eating.
No, Squelch.
Under
I
10.
don't see anything.
Squelch has got a great metabolism.
I can see right through him.
What were you gonna say, Brian?
I was gonna roll a percentile. Like under 10%, there's part of the captain in me somewhere.
Roll a percentile. 71.
Okay, there's no
nothing.
captain in
no,
me.
No, you got too good of a metabolism. You burn through things quick. You can see that the burger is like already mostly dissolved inside Squelch.
Yeah.
What happened
Like
to
when I
Lucille?
want to eat something.
What happened to Lucille?
Yeah.
He didn't have it on him, and you're not sure. You haven't been able to find it on the ship.
Huh. Well, everybody has to keep an eye out for Lucille. She's rather attractive, I must admit.
It's a fine, good weapon.
Johnathan Jimson, if you look in your trench coat, you can click the little box to like expand it. You'll see that you have 3 different type of pets right now that you can sell.
Inside the trench coat?
Inside the trench coat. If you look on your character sheet in inventory, you should see
Under containers?
Under containers, you should see merchant trench coat, and
Yeah.
to expand it, you just click on the little like box to open up like what you have in there, and you should see loot 3, and there's 3 different kinds of pet items in there.
Oh, I figured it out. Okay, cool. Space guppy. And regular earth goldfish. Excellent. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So, well, I guess since, I mean, none of us can really understand what Gretchen's saying, anyways, most of the time. I guess by default, I guess I accept the nomination for captain.
Excellent. Well, then that settles it.
Right. Yeah. So. Okay. Well, I guess we should probably think about what we're gonna do from here on out. I mean, we can't live on our laurels for all of time. And I mean, they say the best thing to do when you've had a horrible incident is to get back at it.
Yeah,
If
you
you-
know, when you fall off your bike, you get back on.
Yes. It's amazing how many things there are on Earth that are also in Her Imperial Majesty's Imperium.
You have bikes in Her Majesty's Imperium?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna do like a bike motion, like I hold the handlebars and like pedal in the air.
Huh?
Oh.
I don't know what a bike is.
Your bikes are very weird. Ours have giant front wheels and very tiny back wheels.
Oh, to have those. They were called penny farthing.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, we ended up morphing the size of the wheels, so usually the front wheels and the back wheels are the same size-ish now.
Well, that's just weird. Why would you want to do that?
Wheels?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're like
round.
round things that like
I'd like
spin
to
and then
see a bike.
Um,
Can you draw me a
huh.
picture?
Is there something I can use for drawing in my immediate vicinity, like on a
Yeah,
napkin?
yeah. There's like you could like they've got those little crayon box sets for the kids'
Heck,
meals.
yeah. All right. Let it be known that Johnathan Jimson is not and has never been an artist, so it's gonna look like a kindergartner drew a bicycle with these crayons for you,
That's
and
exactly what I believe they look like.
you're
All
Like,
like,
of
this is
them.
photorealism.
it's funny because on the sheet there's like an actual square in front of Johnathan there.
Yeah. Johnathan got the kids' meal.
Yeah.
meanwhile, Reginald actually pulls out like like a little like calligraphy set, sets it down and opens it up and gets out the brush, adds a little bit of water to the ink, and draws a very very elegant penny farthing bicycle.
Beautiful.
Amazing. They look so different. Why do yours look so different than Reginald's?
Uh, maybe it's just the different star system thing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, humans have so much more hair than we do.
Yeah,
Lot of hair.
that's gotta be it. The hair.
But
Now, I
have
mean,
hair.
I've got wiry little nubs, but that's about it. Her Imperial Majesty, she's actually got fairly flowing locks.
Hmm.
But then
Hair
again,
seems
They
like
will
it kind of
find a
gets in the
bike.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, if I ever take you to Earth, I'll show you all about the baconators and the bikes and
Have a
share.
the one that married the son? You
Yeah,
told me about her.
Sunny and Cher. Yeah, she's my favorite.
She must be a really big deal.
She is.
I can't
She
wait.
is.
I want to meet her.
I don't know how easy that will be, but we can definitely listen to her music.
Hey,
The name of the session is now officially Baconators and Bicycles.
amazing.
I'm looking forward to meeting this Captain Wendy.
Yes. And see her, what was it? Pig deformities?
Her pigtails. It's not anything to do with an
Pigtails.
actual pig. It's just a hairstyle.
well, how did it
I
get
think.
its name then?
You know, that I don't know. That I don't know. That always baffled me because pigs only have one tail, but pigtails, by definition, from what I understood from the girls in my class growing up, was that pigtails is two of them. It's just when your
Like
hair is up and
handlebars.
yeah, they should call them handlebars. Really.
They have pigs with 3 tails around here.
On Earth, they only have
Humans,
one tail.
That is so
humans are
weird.
weird.
What happened to their other tails?
Obviously, they pulled them off and attached them to humans.
Oh, that makes so much sense. That's where the 2 other tails went.
Or they're
Alright.
just kind of spiraling out to an evolutionary dead end because they're losing their tails. So
Yeah,
obviously
future
the
pigs on
species
Earth
is
are gonna have
doomed.
no tails.
Yeah.
That's a
I
shame.
just realized it's not worth trying to explain everything in detail. I'm just like, I'm gonna let them just believe these misconceptions at a certain point.
I just kind of love how the session so far has been basically an hour of bullshit.
Yeah.
You guys are
I love
vibing.
this.
Honestly, I like. So I try to do every session one a little bit different, and I wanted just the soft start so that like you can get used to each other as a new group. Because I think most of these, I don't think any of you players have been at the same table except maybe Brian and Kirby. And that was only briefly, and Brian and Kyle.
Yeah.
But like, there's nothing wrong with a session full of just fun role play.
Oh yeah.
Combat
For sure.
will come. Trust me. I'm a fun DM, but I like throwing things at you.
I mean, next thing you know, Jack Johnson's going to tell us that there were giant predators on Earth that are now, super tiny.
Yeah, like how dinosaurs became chickens.
I don't know what either of those are enough to dispute that fact.
I don't know what any of that is.
I
Well,
mean, there are those varieties of space hamster in the different sizes. So, I don't know, it checks out.
Yeah. Well, see, dinosaurs were like giant creatures that roamed the earth. I'm like trying to remember back to like elementary school field trips to the museum. And they roamed the earth, and then an asteroid hit Earth and they all went extinct. But the ones that survived evolved, and now we have chickens, which are delicious. So I for one am very thankful for dinosaurs.
Well, that
Right.
just seems like an evolutionary win to me.
Yeah, because I think I would have been very scared of dinosaurs if they were still around when humans were.
Well, it sounds to me like somebody really got pissed off at these dinosaurs and decided to, just crash a rock into your planet.
I don't know what went down. That was well before humans came around.
Then how do you know
some
about
sort
it?
of
We found their bones in the ground, and then some really smart people put them in a place called a museum, and that's how I learned about them.
Oh, all right.
Colonel
So,
Mustard would have eaten the bones.
So
I don't think he would be allowed at the museum.
Does that
He
mean we're
loves
gonna
bones.
put the captain's
Bones are
bones in a museum? Are we gonna make a museum now?
We
that
could
what
have
we're
a
gonna
little
do?
museum on the ship, I think.
Colonel
Searching-
Mustard's gonna break in.
I don't
Searching-
think Colonel Mustard should not eat the captain's bones. These bones are special to us.
Okay, you're gonna have to deal with him.
I'll see if I got any left.
Ooh,
Bones
ooh.
are an excellent source of calcium.
What if we booby trapped the bones and then put them in the museum? And then if Colonel Mustard tried to eat them, he would fall victim to a booby trap.
I think he's way too smart for that. I'm pretty sure he's the smartest creature that has ever come from Earth. No offense, Johnathan.
Colonel Mustard just kind of like turns mid burger bite and just kind of like gives like this half faded look, like, okay.
So smart.
Of all the things I've come across in space, nothing has intimidated me as much as Colonel Mustard, a Furby from Earth. Nothing has intimidated me nearly so much.
It's just like, how did you even get here?
Yeah. And like, quite frankly, they always creeped me out as a kid too. Like Johnathan Jimson was not a fan of Furbies as a kid. He was like, those are creepy.
Now, Aelita, I have to ask, is this a mechanical Furby that has somehow like gained more sentience, or is it an alien creature that has just evolved to be like a Furby?
So he is a Furby that has gained sentience. Actually, all Furbies are like that. They don't really show their true colors.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Oh
Yeah.
God, Toy Story's real.
What's a
Yeah,
Toy Story?
Johnathan does not like that fact.
There's something about Earth that suppresses like magic and stuff. So, it's hard for them to be their true selves.
Interesting. Just eyeing Colonel Mustard, like side-eyeing him as I eat my burger.
Well, right, Squelch. What kind of supplies do we have on the vessel, on the Prince?
Good question.
The answer is none. You don't really have, aside from the supplies that you have, you are going to need to resupply certain things anyway, like if you wanted extra food store and stuff like that. That was going to be something you were, like, the captain was meaning to do with some of the money that was made. So that now basically falls on you guys. You have, aside from the money that you have on your person, you also have 10,000 CC in, like, the party pot, which is on the ship itself. So it's up to you how you want to spend it. If you walk up to a vending machine and double click on it, it will open up the inventory for it. And it does work with credits, as I have it set up on the character sheet, so you'll just be able to buy things. If you go to the bounty board and click on it, it will bring you to the bounty board page. If you look up at the very top of your page, or like the screen, if you look at the very top, you might see that right now it says that it's on Squengy's station side. You should also see LP, the Prince Interior, and Star Map. You can click on those to jump between those. And when it brings you to the bounty board, you can actually click to the other ones to get back to the other places.
Well, isn't he just cute? I almost want to go looking for him.
Who?
The Shagarack.
Oh, you're looking at the bounties.
Yeah. I mean, that's where I went. I mean, just kind of wandered over.
And if you want,
There we go.
if you want the full quest info, you can click those little buttons in the top right corner.
I can't move my guy.
What do you mean you can't move your guy?
What am I supposed to do to move him again?
Uh,
I just click and drag, right?
you can use your arrow keys to move around. You gotta be clicked on.
Arrow keys are not doing anything either.
You gotta be clicked on your character.
I'm clicking.
If you click your token, you can't move around with the arrows.
No.
On the left side, what tab do you have selected?
The chat.
No, on the far left side. On the far left side, under the
Oh, that's where it
anvil.
says. I currently have journal notes because I was trying to toggle the notes split.
Then you gotta click. No, you gotta click on the little token controls.
Token controls.
Yeah, and then now you can move around.
I did it. Thank
Proud.
you. Sorry. While everyone is going to look at the bounties, can I just do like a general like check around the room? I'm mostly looking for any aliens that resemble what I remembered from my abduction to see if I can, because I'm always on my quest for love, no matter where we go. But like also I'm just generally trying to pick up what I can pick up from the rest of the people in the restaurant.
Give me an insight check. A little vibe check.
You're not good.
I mean, you're not seeing any of the like alien that like you're looking for. At the bar, who was sitting like far away from you, is a young man like dressed in like a racing outfit, like a bright orange racing outfit. And you think you probably saw their ship, but there's a couple racing ships parked outside. Um, there is what appears to be some like a woman made of stone, and like some kind of like machinery, um, and what appears to be like this like strange looking masked person.
Interesting.
Um, there's like the granny on the far end, and
Hmm.
there's a group with a large table with a um, some kind of mind flare, a couple of like flame, like this one's like a flaming lizard, and like a dwarf that looks like it's lit on fire,
Oh, whoosh.
along with like a humanoid looking person in a mask and some kind of warrior.
Okay.
And they're all just sitting having a good time, like having a good munch and like talking amongst themselves. At the far end, there's like that like table of like racers that are clearly like they do some kind of ship racing.
Okay.
But nobody of really of note, and nobody that looked like your prober.
Okay.
You're Frober.
My long lost love.
Oh, Beef bought some rations.
Just buying stuff for the ship.
Smart.
I'm just glad the machines are working.
I was looking
I'm
through
gonna
Earth's
like
database, and when I seen dinosaur chickens, I prepared up dinosaur chicken nuggets. Do you guys get those at Wendy's too?
uh I mean, they do have chicken nuggets at Wendy's. I wish they were dinosaur shaped. You can get dinosaur shaped chicken nuggets, but normally you have to buy those at a store.
Where do you find these
Those-
creatures, these dinosaur chickens? So they shrunk down?
Yeah, so now we have them on farms and stuff, and people just grow them and breed them and have them on farms, and yeah, you just get yeah. Yeah, we've really domesticated them a lot. They're farm animals now. Do you
You
guys
just
have
think,
farms here?
good heavens, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, they're just like little birds. They're very cute.
Like Colonel Mustard over there, like that bird? From a point.
No, nothing like that bird. Mm-mm.
Oh, yes, yes. I just keep buying stuff. I buy some shampoo, like 10 bottles of it.
Aelita, what are you doing?
Right now, I am looking at the machines.
Ooh.
Nothing is catching my eye yet.
Yeah, I did give everybody a couple healing injectors to start. Everybody should have 2.
Johnathan is gonna meander over to this table with the old lady and the child and the rat, and I'm just very curious about the rat because it's the closest. It looks the most like something I've seen before. Uh, and I'm just curious about the rat. I want to go talk, like strike up a conversation, but like as I'm like meandering over there, I'm trying to do so inconspicuously to like try and like, can I like kind of walk up slowly to see if I can like overhear anything they're saying or like any interactions amongst their table to kind of get a vibe for them before I just like chime in?
Give me a perception check. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's not much conversation. The rat folk person is clearly some kind of fighter. He's got these like big axes like sitting like slunked on the side of the chair beside him. And there's like it's like a salad, like it's like a bunch of different leafy greens, and then there's about like 20 burger patties that have been laid out on top of it. And like he has drenched it in like whatever like the Swangy's hot sauce is, and is just like diving into it, like full face into the food. The child is eating a Happy Meal and like coloring. The old lady is like, now, you should eat your food before you draw pictures, Myrtle. Seems like the old lady is acting like a grandmother.
Okay. Uh, hey, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys. I'm very curious about your rat here. And I turn to the rat. I'm not sure if the rat's gonna talk back or not, but I'm gonna try and like stick my hand out to it to like shake its hand.
Like as your hand gets close, it kind of like eyes you and stops, but like then like turns and just keeps eating. The old lady like puts up a hand to stop your hand and goes, "I wouldn't put your hand near his mouth right now." Yes, Thresh is the family pet. We're on vacation. We're seeing the sights here. We just arrived on the on our ship. Maybe you saw it. It was the red cap.
I'll take a look outside again and refresh my memory. But I I I just gotta say, from where I'm from, we love having little pets like this around. I actually even sell pets, and like I'm gonna open up my thing and be like, I even have, I've heard rats and space hamsters could make good companions if you're ever looking for a friend for uh Thresh. You said Thresh?
Myrtle kind of like perks up a little bit at the idea of getting a small pet, and the old lady goes, "Oh no, we won't have any of that. Thresh would eat the hamster, and we don't want that for any of us. We're not looking for souvenirs, thank you."
I understand. Well, I do hope you guys have a wonderful trip. And if you ever are looking for more pets, Myrtle, was it? I overheard. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be too invasive. I you guys seem like a lovely family, and I'm always looking for lovely families to home my pets in. And
The
you guys
mouse
just
or
seems like a.
the rat folk starts growling, and she's like, my granddaughter doesn't need any pets right now. That's fine, thank you."
Can I cast animal friendship on it?
You can try.
Cool. I want to be friends with this rat. Do I just click the dice beside it?
Yep.
The D20? Cast spell.
Yeah, this isn't a beast. This is like an actual like humanoid rat folk.
Oh, okay. Never mind
You're
then.
trying to like cast this whispered spell on him, and like the old lady's looking just like, "This is our bodyguard."
I'm so sorry. I must be just a weird earthly custom, and I'm just gonna back away awkwardly.
You just hear her like saying, "Atreus is already a weird system." march over to Shiro next.
Oh wow.
I think I backed into him by accident. I was just trying to back away. I wasn't going anywhere specific after that. Approaching the people with the one animal that looked familiar took all of the courage he had as a regular human man.
Very brave. Very brave.
Thank
Johnathan
you.
Jimson.
Thank you.
Okay, has everybody had a chance to look at the bounty board yet? I think except our poor
Little bit.
Johnathan Jimson over here.
Failed merchant.
Bring everybody over. I'll do a quick read of each of them. Starting with Grom Breckish. An arms dealer from the Terran planet Grixio evaded capture by Grixio's police force. He is to be brought back alive. Credits will be deducted if he dies. Extra credits will be rewarded for each accomplice of Grom's that is brought back alive. And rumors place him on the volcanic Terran planet Murin. Next is Commander Ilz Enan Rayhar, the leader of the Forge Leaf mercenary group, along with a group of her soldiers, have taken over the Ouroboros Medical Research Center. They have taken the staff and patients hostage, and it's unknown what exactly the group wants or what they're looking for, but they have so far refused to initiate contact with anyone on the outside. Your mission is to deal with the commander and free the hostages by any means necessary. Squengies off the rim. A distress beacon is going off inside this Squengies. No one has been able to make contact with the assigned chef at this location. Anyone sent so far has not returned. You must approach with extreme caution, find and rescue any survivors, and turn off the distress beacon. Chef Rand the chef here at this Squengies, will give you a security pass for the control room. Captain Lothar, also known as the Scourge of the Stars, Lothar has been terrorizing the Atreus system for about 6 months now, using his ship to make strikes on villages and cities on several different planets. Authorities have been unable to track his ship's whereabouts within the star system. The benefactors of this bounty want only one thing: Lothar's head. The bounty can be collected on Thalos 9, one of the moons near the Terran planet Aegon. War Titan Glaciar. The Grand Monarch Glaciar of the ice planet Hoarfrost, in an act of defiance towards a proposed alliance between planets, has declared war on Terran planets Aegon and Grixio. Both planets have already experienced attacks from warbands of ice elementals, and while they have been able to defend themselves so far, neither planet is prepared for an extended assault. They need someone to bring the fight to Glaciar and take him down before he overwhelms them. Lastly, and the one that Kyle was talking about here, the Shagrax. A very powerful and rare alien has escaped from a preservation commune Ixidor. Normally, it would be easy to recapture within the dome. However, something is causing many of the alien creatures in the preservation area to be extremely hostile. Protect the assigned guide, find the cause of the creature's aggression, and recapture the Shagrax. It must be brought back alive.
That one sounds cute. I would like to do that with the Squengies one.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm absolutely down with Shengi's going offline is never a good thing. Setting up a, Squengy's setting up a distress call, and then cute little things being all violent and angsty.
Mm-hmm. My animal handling and pet shop experience might come in helpful with the Shagrax.
One thing to note, and common knowledge for bounties, the order from top left, like regular reading order, is the difficulty level as well. So like think of it as like level 1 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
So the higher the bounty, the harder it's going to be.
It's a lot of money for Squingies. That's fishy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Squengies one or that second one both seem to be like the most like pressing of them in my opinion. Like there's like active hostage situation at the medical thing, and
That's
then
true.
God only knows what happening at the unknown emergency at Squengies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should capture Grom and his lackeys to get some training for the new captain here. And I'll look to Captain Reginald.
That's also a good plan. Work our way up from easiest to more difficult.
Well, well, I agree with that. It is also not my style to let those who cannot protect themselves try to fend for themselves.
That's fair. I think the hostages at the medical center then probably would appreciate our help sooner than rather than later.
Well, especially since she's not really contacting anyone on the outside.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what she wants.
Maybe she just wants a Squengies burger.
We could bring her one.
Good.
Use it as a bargaining chip.
Well, I mean, like we said, I mean, it really boils down to that and the Squengies in distress because both of those have. But we know that there are people actually in distress being held
At the
hostage
medical center.
at the medical. Therefore, in my opinion, that's where we should be going. But I also, I may be the captain, but I want your input on things because, I mean, goodness knows I don't have the force of personality to, run off by myself.
Well, I'm happy to do the medical center. Plus, this arcane blaster thing as a reward sounds interesting too.
I do like a nice piece of hardware.
You can actually hold on, let me bring you back to the Squengies.
What's this? All sorts of interesting medical apparatuses at the medical center as well.
You should be able to see there is an arcane blaster in the Takeshi's shipyard, so you can see what kind of weapon it is.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, that is neat.
Very cool.
Basically turns a cantrip into like a ship weapon. That's neat.
Yeah.
I mean, and that could be absolutely useful for other things.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, are we
I
all
mean,
in favor of doing the? Oh,
I mean, a couple of you are do the sparkly things with your fingers, or not fingers in Squelch's case.
Not usually, no.
I mean, you might use other people's fingers. Not sure on that one.
Hey, occasionally I can form finger-like appendages, as
Hmm.
Squelch forms an arm out of his goo.
Well, at least that one
And then
has
just
fingers
kind of forms it back into his flesh.
instead of mouth. The mouth ones are weird.
They're a little strange.
I mean, and I could grow. I could. He could do that in weird spaces too. It's like I can, as an action, I can reshape my body to give myself a head, one or two arms, one or two legs, and makeshift hands and feet. But it never says it has to be in the typical humanoid shape.
2 legs.
There's nothing saying that I can't have the head coming out of my side, the arm up here.
The Squelch.
true.
You could also hold on to someone else's arm.
Hmm. Yes, I have. I can make my pseudopod oozy tentacle thing.
Right. So, I guess we're gonna go for the medical center first. Um, wait, should I? Neldor being our official accountant, is there any paperwork that I need to sign before I assume captaincy for official purposes, like taking bounties off the board?
I feel like we need it for insurance. You know, it's
Right.
very good to have ship insurance.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. I mean, I don't know what we're insuring the ship for, but I mean, makes sense. All right. Have we acquired any supplies before we head out?
I'll walk up with 50 rations, 10 bottles of shampoo, water bottles. It smells of lavender. And I'm just walking off.
How do you, B3? How do you know that?
I'm smelling. He can smell it.
Oh, I was just asking. I mean,
Is
chemical
it?
receptors are chemical receptors.
It says on the bottle here, lavender scent.
Ah, reading important. Well, as long as we have enough food and fuel. Anybody else have anything that they want to pick up while we're here? Anyone? Anyone?
I just gotta get some food for Nelder, and then we're good.
Oh right, I should get some corn rings for Gretchen. If I don't bring her corn rings, she gets annoyed.
Yeah, you'll get your like a combo meal and some corn rings. Again, Chef Random will give it to you on the house. Given the thing that just occurred.
I mean, I guess the good news is there weren't any kids in the parking lot at the time.
Yeah, there should be a warning.
Mhm.
Maybe like a some kind of like an alarm first before the engine starts up.
Or, dedicated engine intake zones.
That would probably be useful too. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, enjoy your meals. Safe trip. And best of luck to you.
But we are
Actually,
going to
while
a
we're
medical
thinking about
center.
it,
Oh, go ahead, Squelch.
well, I'm just thinking, while I'm thinking about it right now, if we do intend to maybe check out the Squengies after the medical center, maybe get that security pass just for good measure.
It's a good idea not to come back here. It saves time. See, this is
Yeah,
why we have to converse.
I mean, somebody else might beat us through the Squengies, but
Rand looks
saves
and
us a trip
says,
back.
"Oh, you're going to the off the grid squengies, the off the rim squengies."
We're going to
After the medical center.
Yeah, we're going to stop by the medical center, handle things there, and then go off the grid.
Rand looks and says, "I understand the issue at the medical center is fairly urgent, but they do have some police outside, like trying to negotiate with them or at least communicate with them. We haven't gotten any word back from the Swankies." He's like, if you are willing to prioritize seeing what is going on there, I will throw in my own personal 500 credits, and I will also do a private meal on your ship for you as a private chef for one night of your choice.
Oh.
Oh, well, I, as captain, I think that that's that has sweetened, as they say, the booty enough, to make it rather attractive. So
Mhm.
And that might be a valuable learning experience. Expanding my own culinary skills.
or not for you to just sit back and enjoy. I mean, we can't have aspic at every meal.
He wires the 500 credits to your ship immediately.
Oh, well, there we go. Code, and we'll get back to you. Yeah.
On your communicators, your communicator Aelita lights up as Neldor calls you.
Oh, I'm definitely going to answer that.
Says, hey, hun, did we just take a mission?
Yes, we did. We're gonna go off the grid, and we'll explain when we get back.
Off the grid? Who signed for this?
We all just decided.
Was it Reginald?
It was kind of all of us. Group effort.
Group effort? Okay, so on the ship manifest and for accepting the monetary stuff for this, am I just gonna put a democracy?
Sure.
No, this is your captain speaking. I would say keep all your hands inside the ride at all times. But not all of us have hands. Anyways, yes, Captain, me, I signed off on it.
Okay, so I put your name on the registry. I was just working on the paperwork, so this is perfect timing. Yes?
Excellent, perfect. All right.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to come here and sign it when you get back to the ship.
Yes.
Yeah,
to finalize everything. We just got it looks like a down payment from Chef Rand. Is that a real name? Oh. Okay. 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 Well, yeah, we just got 500 credits. Send me
Okay,
the
we'll get you
bounty
that
details.
right away.
And
remember,
and
for
then
all
I'll get those in the
intents
books.
and legal purposes, Reginald is the official captain of this ship.
Huh?
Just Reginald. Nobody else.
Okay. As Red, he's like, Reginald, as the new captain, I got a book for you. It's gravity, like information about gravities on
Well,
different planets.
it probably. I also
Might come in handy in the
only
future,
leave
you know?
the ground if I want to. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
also tend not to jump around a lot. It's a bit distressing on bulkheads and floors.
You know, I'm gonna pretend I know what that means. I've got to get the rest of this paperwork
Back at it.
done. But I'll see you all when you come back to the ship. Which is hopefully soon. Because Gretchen's getting real hungry.
Oh, we're
yeah,
bringing her. We're bringing her corn rings.
Damn it! I'm telling them. Yeah, please come back soon.
All right. Well, you heard it. The real boss is upset.
The phone. He's like, you hear him go like, no, don't take that, and the phone just like click disconnects.
Friendship is beautiful.
Well, yeah. I mean, Gretchen is, of a size that she looks like, she could comfortably have me ride her. So,
Yeah, Gretchen's huge. We're gonna take a like I don't know 10-ish minute break. Refill your drinks, use the washroom, all that fun stuff. Before I can do that, my friends and players and people who I love and trust are my torturers. And Joda has bought another bean. Because I have not suffered enough.
No, you got the pear. That's not suffering.
I've picked one at random. It is Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Oh, Joda, I love you. I'll see you in hell. Tutti fucking Fruity, 2 for 2, baby. Let's go.
See, you're not suffering at all here. I feel like you could suffer way more.
Yeah, it's true.
you do realize the suffering rolls downhill, right?
It's true. It's very true. We're gonna take a quick tenor. We'll be back. Yeah, I guess you guys are going to the Schwingies. Ever since we were driving we were driving to Newmarket, and every Wendy's is a Schwingies now, and then what is it? McDonald's is McSwingies.
McSwings.
McSwings.
And then Squang Hortons.
It's gonna catch on. That's how Squangies is gonna start. It's gonna be a Wendy's that converts into a Squangies.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, do your thing, and we'll be back in 10ish, and yeah, we'll continue the shenanigans.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah.
Well, so far an interesting crew.
Yep.
Not a bad little start so far.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm super excited. I saw some people get healing potions. Johnathan Jimson got a click seal helmet. Beef got a shotgun.
Nice, nice.
Always useful. Always useful.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how some of this stuff interacts with me. Because I'm a monk.
Yeah. You won't find too much right now. Maybe beast claws.
I already punch really well.
Yeah. The beast claws bring your punch up to a 1d6.
It hits that next.
But it's going to hit that next level, exactly.
Yeah.
I usually have beast claws as like a level 1 item for monks.
And technically I already, because I've got the ring of the ring, I already kind of I technically am punching above my weight anyways.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing that static +2 to unarmed is pretty brutal, especially when
Nice.
I've got a strength of 18 already. So
Yeah.
I'm doing a D4 +6, so it's just.
I'd say as the
Yeah, you
captain,
pack a good punch.
as the captain, you probably want to look at ship investments. So like Takeshi Shipyard is going to be the place you're going to look at most.
Yeah. That was kind of my thoughts on things as well.
Your ship right now has one gun equipped. I believe that style of ship has 3 weapon slots. A newer, where's the poison dart? 3 weapon slots and 5 development slots.
Nice.
Like a defense system takes up a development slot. And there will be other things available in the shipyard soon. I just haven't had time to plug it all in. I did a lot of this on the fly.
Yep, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, so you guys have a Mark 1 defense system and a heavy gun. You have room for 2 more weapons, and you have 4 more slots open for development.
Yeah, I also haven't fleshed it out yet because I haven't really decided the felon lover got married part of my backstory. I still need to come up with a thing for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming that defense systems are you only have one installed at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, for defense systems, you just upgrade to the next thing. It's basically having, like, armor on your ship.
Cool.
We are back. It looks like everybody's got some snack or drank or something. We're all good and chill and ready for some good vibes. Before I bring you to the Squengies off the rim, I'll give everybody their last chance to buy anything they might need, and then you can check out the Prince interior.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just open up all these doors right now so that you can just walk around and see everything. I think you should be able to see everything anyway.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, got a little viewfinder. You've got your captain's chair. This little space that it's got like a little weapon setup. I think would also like double as like an alchemist lab for you. Squelch. You got your engine room.
Squelch looks mad different from where we just
Oh,
traveled.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the old token.
that is the old token. I had all these maps set up before today.
Squelch, you just had 5 eyeballs.
There we go.
Oh,
That was the other picture I was going to be using before I
No.
decided on this one.
Gretchen's in the one room that Gretchen can fit in. So that is, I guess by default, it was the captain's room anyway. Although we just didn't know it yet. There's 3 other beds here now. I don't know. There's still 4 beds. Squelch, you have a bed. I don't know if you actually use it though. Does Squelch even sleep? Does Squelch need to sleep?
Sort of. I kind of turn into like a puddle. I
Word.
just kind of like stretch out. So I probably have just like a bin somewhere that I get into and just go like. I'm like Odo with his bucket.
I was about to say you're like Odo with the bucket.
Yeah. Somewhere there's like a drawer or something that I just kind of slurp into for the night.
Maintaining a cube form is just so exhausting.
Yeah. But yeah, that is your ship as it is now. These are kind of like preset maps, so there's not in the way that normally I'd have like you can like adapt your environment to whatever it is. You can say whatever room is whatever you want it to be quite honest. You will basically update or upgrade your ship with like things like the development slots once you have those available, and more weapons and stuff like that. You can get bigger and better ships, and if you want, like, you get a big ship and like name it the Prince 2, you can decide, do whatever you want to do. If you want to have a brigade of ships, however you guys want to play this game, like, I will give you bounties. You do fun things with the bounties, and if you manage to live through it, then you can do whatever you want with your spoils. But yeah, that's your ship.
Nice.
And Reginald, go ahead and give me a space vehicle roll, please.
You got it.
I just want to know what kind of ride you have to the Squengies.
Space vehicle. I'm using my intelligence, I guess.
Hold on, let me take a double check here. Core. Piloting. Dexterity. Switch it to dexterity.
Cool. All right. Bam. Ooh.
It is. You are a pilot, but now you've got kind of the nerves of being captain.
Yeah.
You kind of like go to launch the ship, and instead of taking off, you just like dive and fall into free space. As instead of doing like the takeoff, you just like leap. Like the ship has a leap mechanism for when you're on like planets, and you just jump off the side of the Squengies and start just falling freely into space. The ship is spiraling. The only thing keeping you all attached to the ground is the centrifugal force of it spinning so fast. Go ahead and give me another space vehicle check with disadvantage, please. It takes a lot of effort, but you manage to right the ship and get the actual engines kicked on and blast off. Everybody's a little bit disoriented. If you had failed that check, you probably would have like smashed into one of the other ships, like trying to like park at the Squengies and taken damage to your ship. So thankfully, you were able to right the ship and get it on the right path. You don't run into any issues as you fly over. I'll get everybody. So who is, if Reginald's piloting right now, who is like on the viewfinder, kind of like keeping an eye on things?
I'd kind of be navigating
Yeah.
if no one else is.
Yeah.
If you're navigating, can you give me a perception check as you kind of like look into the viewfinder? On a 6, you see this weird asteroid that's floating close to this Squengies. But like the only thing that's weird about it is that it's kind of like it's an asteroid just out of nowhere. You don't see it as part of like a shower of them or anything. It's just one single asteroid floating nearby. And you land at Squengies Grill off the rim.
Since I don't know what to expect going into this, and there might be combat, I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Yep. Hold on, I gotta put your other character in. Landing at the Squengies, you can like just barely make out a couple ships parked in the parking lot. One looks like a much larger ship. Is there anyone who would know ships, who thinks they would know ships? I would let them roll a history check for ship model.
I got a decent int, so I'll
go for it.
I'll roll.
14's good enough for me. To the right, you see an Asteria space yacht. But it's a certain variety of that space yacht. And just outside of it, you think you see a dead body? Or a body on the ground?
Oh.
To the west, you see a light flickering from inside. It is dead silent, save for the creak of your ship as it starts to kind of rest into place.
Squelch will head over and check out the body just to confirm it is in fact dead.
Okay. You go over, roll a medicine check. It's definitely a dead body.
Yep. I've never encountered this species, but I'm pretty sure that stuff is supposed to be on the inside.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, its midsection is like ripped out. Like there is like a it looks like something like small, like ripped or bit out its like neck. And it's got like armor on, like it looks like it's some kind of knight or guard.
It's dead, Jimson.
No, I'm just like the Star Wars. He's dead, Jim. Star Trek.
Mhm. I just like look over at him and I'm like, what was he?
Alive. He's not anymore.
I feel like
What
help him, like, give him
what kind of
advantage.
dead body is he? Like, is he an alien that I've seen before? Or like
Looks like a humanoid.
a
Like
humanoid?
to you,
Okay.
it looks like a knight, like a knight of the round table, but with like kind of fancier armor.
Wild.
I go up and kind of scan the body too.
Is there any like sort of insignia on his armor that would indicate where he's from or anything?
There probably is, but I doubt you would know the star system it came from. I don't think anybody here would be able to clock it. A galaxy far away.
Can we tell what happened to this person? How they died?
I'd let you roll a medicine to see if you can figure it out.
Okay, let's figure out how to do that.
Yeah, just
How
for
do you roll
reference,
medicine here?
just
Open up your character, go to your attributes tab, and you'll see medicine, and you should be able to click on it, and it'll give you the option of like advantage, normal, or disadvantage.
Love that. Okay.
Brian, what were you
and
saying?
I was going to say at any given time when we're on the screen where your token is there, you can just double click on your token, and that will bring up your character sheet.
And you said
Ooh.
medicine? Well, they're dead.
They're dead. Yeah, their organs are everywhere. They were
It
ripped.
could have
of a
been anything,
consensus.
really.
Yeah.
I
You
was just
said
going to
it
say,
looked
as a group, our rolls are off to a fantastic start for this session. We had
Oh,
like
yeah.
what 1 over 10.
you said it looked like an animal or something had attacked it, maybe? Is it like as an animal, like as a person with like animal experience, can I tell maybe approximately what kind of animal it was?
Give me a. That's a good one. Give me a. Let's call it perception here. Call it. Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to say animal handling.
No, because you're not trying to handle an animal here.
No, I'm just trying to tell what kind of animal it is.
Not an animal you know.
Okay, can I tell like any details about it? Like if it was like
Not with an 8.
just fair.
Yeah, our rolls are off to a fantastic start today.
Yeah, these dice are already going to dice jail
Yeah, now,
since
everybody does have inspiration. You do have the option to use your inspiration to reroll.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
What was it again? Perception?
Perception.
Hey.
16's good. On a 16, this is still not an animal you have ever seen technically before. But there's something about the prince. Or not the prince, but there's something about the way this dude was killed that is familiar to you.
Okay.
You've seen this kind of death before. You might have even seen a body like this before, but you can't place exactly where you know it from.
Is it something I may have seen on Earth or no?
Yes. It is something you would have seen on Earth.
It's like he got mauled by a bear or something.
I don't know what a bear is, but I mean, being mauled by anything is problematic.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Anybody trying to tell anything else with the body?
Does it have anything fun on it? I'd like to check for that.
Looting the dead guy, nice.
Always.
Give me an investigation.
Time-honored tradition of...
Yeah. Loot that body. Give me an investigation check.
Okay, investigation. Nope, that's intimidation.
Tell me what you have!
My
Where are your
intimidation is
drugs?
so much better than my investigation. Oh no!
No.
Everybody, you guys look over and Aelita is like digging through the bowels of this dead body, trying to find things.
Aelita, what are you doing?
I don't think he's a wolf, dear.
Can I go over in the system looking the rummaging of this body? Like give her advantage.
No. The pockets are here.
I'll allow that. Go ahead and re-roll your investigation check.
I should like checking his pockets.
Thank you.
That zero's crazy.
Jeez.
I don't think that species can keep stuff there.
Surely he's got to have something in his pockets.
That's a little better. Not awesome, but better than before.
13's better. You find the ship key for, like, to get into the yacht. You find the key to the ship.
Excellent. I know we're on a mission, but we could explore.
There might be something helpful in that yacht to deal with whatever did
Yeah,
this to that guy and might be in the squingies.
or it might be in the yacht, whatever did this to this guy.
Eh. Well, let's find out if
out.
it's locked.
It might be both. I mean, it might be more of
There
whatever
might be
did it.
multiple of these things.
Mhm.
All right.
Hold on. What kind is it? Oriole. There you go. You guys can start moving on the map. Looks like Squelch is giving off light right now, and Aelita, I think, is like as like a prism, gives off a little bit of light. At least that's how I set your token as.
Stay
Yeah, I
close
was
to
gonna
the
like,
squelch.
yeah, light radius.
Just
Actually,
money
that should be. I think. That should check out. Yeah, because I was gonna say one of my items that I've got on me, because I could do the magical, what is it, magical tinkering? Yeah, just one of the like minor little magic things is like making an object shed bright light in a 5 foot radius and then dim light for another 5 feet. So I was gonna basically say like, yeah, I have a like something, one of the items floating around in me. Will be giving off some light, so it's like I'm kind of glowy. Green.
Excellent.
Makes sense, yeah.
All right. I'm going to suggest that we all stick roughly in a grouping to keep from getting
Separated?
dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
But I
Aelita,
Good
like
idea.
moving over here and everybody's starting to move closer, you see another smaller foreign vessel. You're not quite sure what this one is, like what designation it is. But you can see it's like pretty badly beat up. Like it looks like something might have like attacked it.
Oh. Does anyone recognize where this ship might be from?
Honestly, not much looks familiar in this region. I'm just gonna say it's not. Our vessels are very much different than this, and so it's taking some getting used to. Gonna
At
put that out there.
you get to the door, and normally Squengies has sliding doors. The sliding doors are closing on a body like repeatedly, and the body appears to be like that of like some kind of noble. Like it looks like a princess, like dressed in like these gold adornments and this beautiful dress. Like it looks like whatever killed her like slashed open her like chest and midsection, and like she fell and like died on her stomach, but like bled out. There's just kind of this pool that she's laying in.
That is less than fortunate. Yeah.
So she's face down, and that's like her hair and not a face hugger, right?
Right.
Okay. Um, does it look like she's from the same camp as the knight from earlier? Like,
Judging from her outfit, yeah, very likely from the same group.
okay. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's a bit problematic. Right.
Do we want to
So
see what's inside the ships before we
Yeah,
go
that's what
into
I
the
was going to
Squengies?
ask. Because I have the key to the one ship. I'm also kind of probably covered in blood and nasty stuff because, you know,
Looting.
I got a little too into it.
Yeah.
well, I mean, the fact
Do we
that the
want to
ships
save the
are,
ships for after?
I was about to say, the fact that the ships are still here kind of means that whatever it is probably either left on something that was here and isn't here now, or it's still inside.
Mm, okay. Okay.
Now, that being said, I as gingerly as a nearly 9 foot tall hippo man can, I'm going to step over this body and into the Squengi.
There is the faint glow coming from the jukebox, which is still, now that you're getting close, it is playing music, but it's playing very softly, like something like damaged the speaker. You're getting Earth music would have traveled this far. Let's call it I don't want to set the world on fire.
Oh my!
is playing, but like it looks like you can see like there's a blood spatter across the front of the jukebox, and the light that is in there like is flickering, as it looks like the jukebox appeared to have taken some damage. The vending machines there appear to be fine though and are still working, so you do have access to resources if needed. You can see there's damage that, like clearly there was some kind of fight that happened inside the ship, as you can kind of see the floor has been destroyed in certain sections, and you can see the inner workings of the Squangies inside. You come across another one of those nights. Also, like, again, like, whatever killed him was savage. Like, it ripped him apart. There is barely anything holding this night together.
Oh. It's like a honey badger.
Actually, that sounds really good. Next meal option, honeyed badger.
Johnathan, go ahead and give me a history check with disadvantage.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yep.
Cool. Is there something I need to do before, like, in order to activate that, like, on my character sheet?
Nope.
Okay.
Guidance, it's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just add the 1d4 to your roll.
Okay. And you said history?
Yep.
Oh, wait, you said with disadvantage.
Yeah, roll it again for me.
Just like a normal roll this time? Again? Nice.
It was a 24 or 25, and it's coming back to you now. You've always had kind of an eye for creatures, even in cinema. And this is reminding you a lot of the Alien franchise.
Guys. You guys, on Earth, there's a horror movie that's a lot like this.
Oh, all right. So, what do loose women have to do with what's going on here?
What?
Oh, like a really scary movie, not a horror movie.
Horror.
Yeah, like it's like
Oh,
terrifying, and like there's this alien that's on a spaceship and it kills everybody, and there's like these little things that crawl on the ground and they hug your face and then they infect you with the alien and then it pops out of your stomach and then it kills everything else around you when it grows up. I'm just like starting to like hyperventilate and like have a panic attack. Like, just like, the guys that have seen this movie, it's not good.
Did you learn how to stop them?
I was too scared to watch the whole movie, but I think we need Susan Sarandon.
Who?
is that Cher's cousin?
Is everyone
I know.
related to Cher?
Not that I know of. Also, yes, canonically, Johnathan Jimson mix up Susan Sarandon and Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, that just made it better.
We must find this Captain Susan Sarandon, and she will save us.
I think she used a flamethrower, but I don't know. It was a very scary movie.
Good heavens, it does sound scary.
So, like, watch out for little crawly things that are gonna try to hug your face, you guys.
Nothing hugs me without consent.
I have a rather large face.
Don't sound them. I don't need a face.
It's like the vaguely face-shaped features I was like assuming are like
I wonder what a
just kind of
plasmoid
melded
would.
into the flesh.
What would a plasmoid even do to a face hugger? Like, I guess it would just digest it.
Yeah, it's like it just like puts it inside me. It's like, okay,
Depends
well,
on what kind of acid the plasmoid has on its internals.
what else is like? I'm just gonna kind of eat it.
Yeah, but it's a silicone-based life form, so you might not be able to. That's what I'm saying. Is it depends on what kind of acid your plasmoid is made of.
Keep exploring and see what else you find.
Reginald is hopping the counter here.
Noticeably absent is a chef. You don't see the celebrity chef's body anywhere.
I am, however, looking for the light switch.
No light switch here. I don't think you've ever seen a Squangy's not lit.
Yeah, the fact that this is all dark is kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of us have dark vision.
I hope I didn't go into cosmic horror too soon for you guys.
Oh, I'm not upset about it
Never
at all.
too soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick near Aelita because she's got a light source.
Yeah.
All right, there's a door here. I'm going to open it.
Oh dear. Please be careful.
That's why I'm opening it first. It appears to be locked.
Yeah, you gotta open this door on this side and it is locked.
Oh,
The other,
I can help with that.
Access code button.
the other side of the door is wide open.
Oh, is it the same room?
Yeah. Johnathan, you walk into like pure darkness in this back
And
kitchen.
immediately backtrack because I don't have dark vision. I'm like trembling as we like explore this because I've seen this movie, and I think Susan Sarandon is our hero. So
It's like confusing Kevin James with Kevin Hart.
I mean, I do believe our Spacefarer packs have flashlights.
That's true. That's true. All of your space packs have flashlights.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna crack mine open.
Yeah.
There should be a torch button.
Wait, how do you do that?
Well, it's a flashlight, so it's not like a.
Hold on,
It wouldn't be a radius, would it?
I should be able to do a thing to make light forward. Give me a second here.
Yeah, there's like emission angle.
30 and then token emission angle 90 degrees. Reginald, you're pulling out your torch too?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Light and bright 30 Emission angle 90 degrees. There we go.
Cool.
And I don't know if it'll help change the emission angle, but if you hold shift and then scroll your mouse wheel over your token, your character will rotate. I don't know if that'll change the emission angle or not.
It sure will.
Heck yeah. Oh, found more dead guys.
Oh, Johnathan! You find a dead guy, and knowing the history of this, of like these kind of aliens now, you look at this. So this dude is like an orc. He's got like a sword and a shield. He doesn't look like he is part of the other group at all. And you can see that as opposed to being ripped apart, whatever happened to him just like burst out of his stomach.
It's just like the movie! You guys! Oh, it's a chest burster. I think this guy's how the thing got here. Do I see any signs of like where the alien went after bursting out of his chest?
You don't see anything else. You just see like. All right, you guys down here, you see the bunks. And just more
Oh, I'm far
damage.
away from everyone? Shit.
Oh yeah, everybody's split up now. This is beautiful.
No,
Like
no,
Scooby-Doo.
no. As soon as I realize that, do I realize that I'm all alone?
Kinda.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately start beelining for wherever I think people are.
Okay, so
I make big hippo clops, so I mean.
Squelch and Sherman are in the bathrooms to like the southeast of you, and the last you saw the other two, they were exploring the kitchen to the west of you.
You guys, I don't think. I'm like whisper shouting, I don't think we should be splitting up. I don't think we should be splitting up, you guys.
I'm pretty sure I said that in the beginning.
Do I find these guys in the bathroom? Like, would I have been able to tell they were in there?
Oh yeah, and they've got lights
Okay.
going too.
You guys,
A little bit.
I'm like gonna like burst into the room like in a panic. It's even more like the movie than I thought. We gotta stick together, you guys. This thing is bad.
Whatever it is, she's definitely killed a lot of people so far.
Well, I appear to have been left by myself. Excellent. I am the only
I'm
one
gonna
over
check.
here.
What are you doing, Captain?
I am going to about face and go back the other way.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Ooh.
You hear a guttural clicking sound coming from very close to you. Almost like a click 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 around the corner. I can't do the alien voice. But coming around the corner, you hear it and are able to turn just in time to aim your flashlight and see this thing coming towards you.
Oh, all right. Well, that's pretty. I like that.
And with that, I'm going to put everybody into the initiative. Oh, I said I'm going to put everybody into the initiative. There we go. If you look on the chat tabs, the one with the 2 crossed swords, if you click on that, you're going to see the initiative tab. And you can go ahead and roll your initiative. And that is where we're going to end session for tonight. Everybody join us next week as our crew takes on the dreaded alien. Kirby streams sometimes. If I don't have his links in the description below, I will go hunt them down from one of the other campaigns and put it there so that you can check him out when he streams. Brian has some stuff too, which I believe will end up in the in the description as well if it's not already there. Other than that, I think that's it. We're back at it next Sunday, where there's going to be more space shenanigans, and we'll see how many people survive this encounter. But thanks to everybody who tuned in. I love every single one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night. For you folks, for the amazing roleplay, it was a fantastic first session. Everybody go ahead and give yourselves another 15 points on your points cards. Everybody.
Yeah, so I'm almost really hoping that there's a